Hello, I'm Angelina and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be coloring my Easter eggs, and I'm going to be doing this with raw eggs, but you can also hard boil your eggs and then color them and have them all ready for Easter morning. I've already prepared 3 of my containers with 1/2 cup of tepid water and 1 teaspoon of vinegar, to which we will add our food color. Take a 1/2 cup of water and put it into my container. One teaspoon of white vinegar, to which we will add 20 drops of food coloring. Now you can add a little bit more, it will just make the intensity, but you should have at least 20. We have washed our eggs, checked them for any cracks or blemishes, and discarded any that were not perfect for coloring. And once they were dry, they were ready to go into our color here. Just give it a little bit of a stir. I like to wash the eggs because it shows me if there are any hard spots on it. If the water beads off of the eggshell, that means I'm not going to get a very good coloring on the egg. So by washing them, you can pick out any problems before you get to the color stage, and you can just put those eggs away to cook later. Don't color them, and you have to be very careful. No cracks, no blemishes, no hard spots. You see, already the color is taking. Now, depending on the length of time that you leave it in the color, the depth of color will change. There is a nice pinky one. Oh, should have cleaned my spoon before I put it in. And the yellow, see, it's getting a nice yellow hue. My personal favorite is the blue. I always love the blue eggs. I guess because it reminds me of a blue robin's egg. And that always reminds me of spring, which is fantastic, which is on its way. Look at how beautiful that is. So for me, this is good. I'm going to take this egg and I'm going to put it into the carton and let it dry, and I will put in another one. I'm going to be doing a dozen eggs today, and because I'm going to be putting these into my cookie dough raw, I want them to be at room temperature when I form them into the dough. That way they will bake to a hard-boiled state when the cookie is cooked. If you put the egg in cold from the fridge and it's baking in the oven, it could possibly not cook right through to a hard-boiled state. So my recommendation is that you take them out of the fridge at least 6 hours before you're ready to form them into the cookie shape. Oh, look what a pretty green. Now, if it seems like you're not getting enough color on the eggs, you can always add more color to your mixture. See? Nice. We used to love doing these with the kids because they would just be so excited about getting their colored eggs, to the point where they started to become very creative. And you can, with coloring your eggs, you can end up doing a multicolor by dipping it half into one color, half into another color. And if the colors cross, for instance, like red and blue cross, you get a purple line in the center. There are so many things you could do with your colored Easter eggs. You could also wax them, take a crayon and draw on them, and wherever you've drawn on it and put it into the liquid, that part of the egg will not collect any color. So try different things. You can experiment with your coloring, or you can just have them nice, one color each, as I'm going to do. You could make an orange egg by mixing a little bit of red with the yellow, and it will turn into orange. Blue is my favorite. I'm going to do more blue and red and green. Now, if you should put your eggs into the water and they float to the top, that means that the eggs are not fresh. They've been sitting for a long time and have dehydrated, and there's more air in the egg than should be, and it causes it to float. That's one way you can tell that an egg is older. I'm going to leave the yellow. Actually, I'm going to add a little bit more yellow food coloring. And there we have our dozen eggs already colored, raw, and we're going to put them into our sguti, which are the Italian Easter egg that my mom used to make for us when we were little. Aren't they pretty? You don't need any special kits. All that you need is your white vinegar, your food coloring, and water, and your raw eggs or cooked eggs to get them beautifully colored for Easter. Let me know how you like this video, and stay tuned to my Easter cookies that I make, the sguti.